EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And able to get this out to the 25. At their own 25-yard line. Bombers. Here's Nix to throw right away. First pass here is going to fall incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
To throw, here's Nix. They'll swing this out to Harvey. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once more with Harvey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. The Broncos are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season process, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
To throw is Nix. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Nix to the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Throwing Nix. He gets his into the hands of Harvey. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos 7, Chargers 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Working out of the gun is Nix. Underneath here to Hill. A nice pickup there, 19 yards, and they're set up better for 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to him. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
At the 48-yard line.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, LA!
Amarian Hampton.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Chargers 14, Broncos 7.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Nick's going to give to Harvey.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Nix. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete right side to Hyatt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 47-yard line.
Bombers. Away. Oversight. Ready.
Out of the gun, they go with Hardy.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jalen Hyatt, 39 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back to Hampton on first down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 11.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Barton, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Harvey now on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Captain. Ole.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Harvey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and a couple.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And now they'll shift things around. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That'll be complete to Harvey.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. My name is...
Back to the ground, it's Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35.
35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
38-yard line, second and 9.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Second and 9 now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That, his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10.
And he's going to take this out past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Second and 3. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Nix.
That's complete to Pierce.
Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Bombers.
Back to the air with Nix.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Nix going to keep this himself.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Nix from the shotgun.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. Finds free at the 5.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Back to throw again.
He connects with Hyatt.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now they'll change things up.
From the gun, a run for Hill. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He'll try and do this himself.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Almost set. Ready. Right here.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
44. Hold on, set. Ready.
Harvey will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Chargers 14.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Chargers first down.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He was covered by Patrick Surtain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Throwing Nix.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
That's out quickly to Hyatt. And he'll be about a full yard yards shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hold on a second. Ready?
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
Will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready? Mike 44.
They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Nix to the air.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hold on a second. Ready? Ready?
On play action is Nix. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Joe.
Now it's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Working out of the gun is Nix. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Hold on a second. Ready?
To throw is Nix. That is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Chargers.
First target, first catch, and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
A draw play, Hampton.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
5 yards on the play.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Chargers first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Rondé Gadsden.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The Chargers will line up.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They try the left side with Hill. yardage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, my second. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.
Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for the Broncos, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.